sorted, I think. Sorted. Everything's looking okay. Right, peace everyone. I'm just gonna have a little, I'm gonna give people a little offering here. A little bit of moral advice. Stop taking advice off these fucking self-proclaimed gurus on the internet who know nothing. They know nothing. They're all getting knowledge off each other. There's nothing that they're giving you that's good and new. And they're turning spirituality into an absolute fucking joke. Spirituality is an individual event. You can't go on the internet together and meditate together. You can meditate individually at the same time, but I think people are like twisting the concept of what meditation is, and I think that's what's going on here. I think spirituality is being absolutely turned upside down. There's two things happening at the moment. People are descending and people are ascending. There's people on the internet now telling you that they're ascended and they are so low descended that it's unbelievable that people can't see it. They're so connected with God that they need to ask you for money. That's how connected they are. Do you know that this earth is like a big treasure chest? Literally. There is literally ancient, millions and millions of ancient civilizations that have come through this earth and that have dropped gold and treasure and buried. Nobody leaves here with anything. So everything that's here is always here. It might be lost, but you'll find it again. And if you're connected with God, trust me, He can lead you straight to what you need. There is no messing around asking fucking people on the internet, I'm ascending master, send me some money. Are people that stupid? Know them by their fruits. If they're asking for money, they don't care about you. They care about themselves. Money is a selfish obsession. And it's addictive. These people now that are, and the majority of them that I've watched are either Freemasons or the Illuminati or some form of secret society, or deeply entrenched, knee deep in literal Christianity, which is bullshit. It's a fucking story. It's a story. This, you can't have no faith in this book. None. You can get lessons from it, but you cannot have faith in the truth of this book. You can't. The only faith that you can have is in here. Inside. This can be used by God to communicate with you. If your energy's blocked and you can't communicate with God, you need to be vibrating a high vibration to be able to communicate with God. When you vibrating low, the only way God can connect with you is through technology, through sending other people to you, and through the Bible. A verse will come into your head. A messenger particle will hit you, and that information will go into you. Oh, I need to read this. Oh, I need to do that. I need to look at this. When you're in the Bible, when you're in it for a long time. You'll read a bit and then put it down, and then another verse and a passage will come to your mind, and you pick that up. It's like a trail of breadcrumbs, this book, but it's just a story. This is absolute common sense. Absolute common sense. If you are selfish, if you're thinking about yourself and you don't care about others, then you're going down. If you're not selfish and you're absolutely a good person, you're going up. It's as simple as that. But there's people now that are evil that think, I wonder, I know what's coming, so I'm going to behave myself. It don't work like that, people. You are what you are. And you ain't never going to change that. You are what you are. Do you know, while you're in this body, and while you're in this lifetime, with this combination of features that are available to you, it's never going to be the same again. When you reincarnate and you come into another body, if you reincarnate back into another body here, which I'd get the fuck out of here. You know, I wouldn't be staying here. It's a bit of a soul trap, this. If you hadn't already guessed. Trust me, they want you alive to suffer. When you die, you're more powerful, more of a problem for them. Unless they control your death and unless they're in control of your death and they manipulate you beyond life and into death. But it's only possible if you're that inclined, if you're that type of person. Yeah? If you don't, it's alright dangling a carrot in front of you, but if you don't like carrots, that's no good, is it? Yeah? You'll have to dangle something else in front of you. Things like smoking. I used to beat myself up for this. I don't smoke cigarettes, I smoke cannabis sometimes. And I used to beat myself up for this. But I'll tell you what it is. It's not a bad thing. I'm hurting myself and myself alone with this. Now it's a different kettle of fish altogether. If you're in an environment with other people, then you need to take that into account. If I'm here on my own in my house, I'll do what the fuck I want. As long as it's not affecting another person, that's the key thing here. Your effects on other people. People do not think of their effects on others and how that is going to affect them. There would be no need for police if everybody knew the truth. None. Because you know that everything that you do is coming back to you. If you hit a person, you're going to be hit. If you stab a person, you will be stabbed. It will happen. There is no doubt about it whatsoever, because it's happened to me. And exactly the same amount of times. So, cause and effect we live in. And when you're in a low vibration, the cause and effect is more evident. It's more powerfully, like, if you do something, the punishment comes pretty quickly. Especially if you know the rules and you know, like, what you should and shouldn't be doing. If you're deliberately doing something naughty, then, you know, you're held up by your own standards, really. People know what good and bad is. They know, inertly. It's built into you, what's good and bad. When you do a naughty thing, you feel, and then you keep doing it, then your conscience gets seared. And because you feel it all the time, you're used to it. And now, it's just part of life, just a consequence of what you do. People are getting pulled around and pushed around by idiotic fools that have no knowledge at all, none. They literally go on like davidicke.com and places like that, and then straight jump onto a video and say exactly what he's just said. The information that's floating about is in multiple sources, but it all comes from one place. That information is usurped and put back out again and manipulated a tiny bit. It's just that little bit that just to make it not true. Because if you get 99% right and you get 1% wrong, you're wrong. Sort of spray paint all over my fingers as well. I can't get it off my bloody nails. It's a right mess. So people aren't using common sense anymore. They're not using common sense, and they can't be using common sense. I've got a motorbike, me, yeah, and if you've ever been 150 mile an hour on a motorbike, then you know that, like, if the earth was spinning at 1,000 mile an hour, you would damn feel that shit. I'm sorry. If I lift my head up at 150 mile an hour on my motorbike, it'll literally rip my head off near enough. It pulls me back like that. Like, rips my neck back. With a phenomenal amount of force. And that's just 150 mile an hour. Times that by 15. Now you're into how fast they say the earth is spinning. This earth is not spinning. It's never ever been proved to be moving. And if you look in the sky, clouds move in multiple directions. The earth is not velcroed to the earth. So the biggest thing in the world you're being lied to about. I'm not going to get into a debate. Is it flat? Is it round? Is it this? It's not moving. So they're lying about what it is. And I don't care what it is. I just go off what I can see, what I know. Knowledge. Gnosis. Yeah, you've got all these pretend Christians who go to church. But yeah, they've got this Bible right. And honestly, none of the practices in church, none of them are what Jesus says to do. None. So people walk around with this under their arm. Doop doop ba doop doop doo. I'm a Christian. I know a God. I'll speak to him. Do 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 do. And they know nothing. Nothing. If they actually read the book and read what Jesus said, Jesus is telling you to meditate, open your third eye, not to listen to other people, not to listen to authorities, to be in this world but not of it. And take nothing in terms of finances for the work that you do to other people. If I do something to somebody else, if I do a good deed to somebody else, then I'm rewarded for that. And that's how it goes. So I'm decent with everybody. I treat everybody exactly like an expression of God that they are. That's what everybody is. Well, most people. There's some demons on this earth. Some angels and gods as well. Some gods walk this earth. Everybody's just looking to cause and effect and what it is. Everything that you do has a consequence. And before you do something, you need to know what the consequences of that thing that you are doing is. How far-reaching it's going to be. Who it's going to affect. Yeah? If I go and beat somebody up who's hurt me. Yeah? Now, if I go and beat him up, sometimes, like, an eye for an eye, it isn't equal. If I beat him up and that guy's got a family of 7 kids, and I injure him to a point where I take him out of his household, I've not just hurt him, I've hurt all his family, his kids, who did nothing to me. So consequences go beyond what's in front of your face. You've got to think outside the box. Be good to everybody. Make sure you know that everything that you do isn't going to affect anybody badly. If somebody asks you for something bad that's going to hurt them and you do it, you're not helping people. Don't give beggars money who want drugs. Why would you do that? If you know that they're going to buy drugs, why would you give them the money? Now you're going to suffer the consequences for that. Understand that. Don't take a lot of time to go and buy him something to eat if you want to do that. But giving somebody who's after drugs money is stupid. Because you do suffer the consequences for your actions. No matter. If I bounce a ball outside and it goes out into the road, hits a car, and that car crashes, that's all my fault. Just off something silly like throwing a ball in the road. But look at the consequences. People, when they do things, don't think of the consequences. And that is what is going to hurt them. The people that you're looking for, who you want advice of, ain't asking you for money. They will not ask you for money. They'll tell you to put your hand in your pocket. And they'll help you for nothing. Why on earth? Why on earth would they charge you? Money's debt. Means nothing. Doing something good for another human being is more valuable and worth a lot more than money. Because one day you're going to be walking down the road and you're going to need some help. You're going to get into some trouble and you're going to need help. And one of them people that you've helped and that you've been nice to is going to come to your head. But if you're one of these people who hurts everybody, trust me, when you get into trouble and you get into difficulty in your life, nobody's going to help you. People are afraid of me. And I mean literally afraid of me. Because they believe that, I think they believe that I'm a Christian of some description. I'm not. I do believe in God. And I do want closeness to God. But I ain't going to commit to nothing until the guy's stood in front of my face. And the God who created this earth is walking this earth right now. Right now. Do you think you create all this and then not want a part of it? God comes to this earth. It's his creation. He walks among you and you have no idea that he's there. No idea that it's him. Could be anybody. Could be me. You never know. You would never know. In fact, I'd be the last person you look at, so it'd be a good disguise, wouldn't it? People just... I'm just seeing a breakdown of everyone. And the only way that you can break down is if you're holding on to stuff. It doesn't matter. This physical world doesn't matter. You've got to have a lot of common sense in your brain. You can't buy your way out of trouble. You can't fight your way out of trouble. The only way is through high level intuition and a spiritual connection with the divine. That's the only way you're getting through this. And you'll come back and come back and come back and come back and come back until you get it. Most of the people think they're on a spinning ball. So when they die and see the truth, They're going to incarnate pretty quickly. They're going to want to come back straight away. If you're a good person and you're good to people, nothing bad is going to happen to you. God and the concept of God means that he wants to be hidden. If God wasn't hidden and he told you what to do, you would not be free. You'd be obedient. You'd be a slave. So by God being hidden, which is where he's meant to be, otherwise he wouldn't be hidden. But there is a divine creator on this earth and you can't miss it. It's like a signature in everything. The divine proportion, the divine ratio, golden mean, golden numbers. You know, God's signature is right through everything. And the systems that are in place, who put them there? Yeah, the rain comes down, goes into the sea, clouds pick it up, take it back over the land and drop it down again. That's a system that was created. Somebody did that. It doesn't just happen on its own. Things don't happen on its own. This mouse don't pick up unless I pick it up. It don't go over here unless I put it over here. Action, consequence. Action, reaction. We live in a world of action and consequence. There's no need for the police to be here. They're a distraction to you. If you're good, you will never interact with them. They're bad people. They want to rule others. You know the rules of the earth now. Don't hurt another human being. Don't rule over a human being. Don't hurt another human being. Don't manipulate another human being. Now you're a good person. Beat yourself up. Bang your head against the wall. Do what you want to yourself. Do what you want. Do as thou wilt. But when you're hurting other people, that's a different kettle of fish altogether. The minute another person's involved, the consequences are great for messing with other people, unless it's a good thing. Unless you've got solutions waiting. And the solution to this problem that I've just brought is don't listen to dickheads on the internet who are asking you for money. Because where there's a transaction, there's always a they just want your money. Maybe at the beginning they was telling you the truth a bit, but once they got the money, once it became a commercial event, now they have to provide all the time, whether they've got it or not, because they need the money. They want the money. And the money now becomes the driving force. These videos that I make are for one or two people. The people that need to watch this video will come and watch it. And I have all dependence in God, totally. I don't want hundreds of thousands of people to watch my video, because it means nothing then. The people that need to come and see my video will come and see it. I ain't interested in money. I want you to be safe. I want everybody else to understand and to get on the right path. Because if that's what benefits me. Change one life, change the world. But when you're like this, grabbing, pulling into yourself, that's selfish. Selfish. It's definitely not humble, is it? You know, you've got monks in China who live on rice every day, nothing else, just rise. That's humble. Not going, where's my money, where's my money? Money, money, money. I've got some good information that you can't get anywhere else. Dazzling headline, and then they don't tell you nothing. Tell you nothing that you couldn't go on another channel and get somewhere else. People are paying these fools to be fools, and then the main message ain't getting out, because it's getting drowned out. You can check who I am. My name's Mark Rostron. Google my numerology, and you'll know exactly who I am then. Tells you in my numerology who I am. So, and you can look all these people up. I've done it myself. And just check the numerology. They've changed the names. Don't go by the names that they've changed to. They're the names that they're deceiving you with. Get the real original name. Google the numerology, and it'll come up. False prophet, liar, cheat, criminal. It'll be all bad stuff. Literally. That's the reason that they've changed the name, because they know that. They know that somebody who's smart and somebody who knows what they're doing would instantly numerology them. Their astrology is important, man. You need to know who that guy is. And you can't hide it with his astrology. This is why they don't want you to know astrology. Because you know who that person is then. You know, I was born on the 26th of the 3rd, 76, me. So you've got 26, which is God's number, 26. Of the 3rd, 3. Number of a woman, number of a man. You've got 3, 6, 9. You've got 3, the number of man. 6, number of woman. So 26, man. And I was born in 1976. Year of the Dragon. Booyah! That's who I am. Alright? Take it easy. Fucking fools. You better get to know